Hey, Shalom, Shalom on itself. Souls but give no praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, that belongs to the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors you, brothers, in the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. Yahweh is the true name of whom the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh, uh, Yahweh is the true name of whom the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh, Jehovah, his true name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His true name is Yahweh Shai. Right, so it's actually spirit, because when I was at camp yesterday, we were just speaking about, we touched on, these Jakes, right? And eh, look, man, then this goes and happens, right? This is mass brawl inside Selfridges ends with one man stabbed and 7 people arrested. Okay, so how, the Selfridges, that's one of them shops you go to, Oxford Circus, this, that, and the other. It's one of them ones where, it's a high, it's a high-end department store, right? When, sort of like a status bag, walking around with your little Selfridge bag, whatever, this, that, and the other, right? And it's just, they just go and have a fucking knife fight in the store, right? And because when I was at camp, was talking about how, on when we used to be in Oxford Circus, we'd be out there and we'd be like, yo, we're the children of Israel. And then what would walk past us, a bunch of niggas, a bunch of ninjas doing ninja shit, man. It's annoying, man. The Most High has to put these jakes out there in misery, because they're like their father, the devil, Esau, right? Can't do right, right? They don't understand that, there's times and places. These guys in a high-end department store just having a knife fight. And then when they go back the next time, they're going to be like, oh, these men, they're racially profiling us. They're racially profiling us. This is how you act. This is how you act. This is why no one wants you around. We don't want you around. Us, you start off the apostle and down, we don't want you around. We want the Most High to take you out your misery. Okay, if you can read between the lines, when the Most High deal with you wicked ass niggas, man. Okay, some people stabbed, and it will all say in the argument. It's very interesting. It's only the Mirror and the Daily Mail, which they're the kind of publications that will push all of these kinds of divisionary topics or whatever, right? Whereas the other publications, all is Jake, right? They don't really show you a picture of what happened. They just show you the picture of Selfridges from the outside, right? Whereas I just found that interesting. But man, most has to deal, has to take Jake out, has to take all the wicked of our people out. In fact, let's get that first. This is Amos 9:8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power upon the sinful kingdom, right? And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. So the sinful kingdom, of all that was referring to Jake, right? But it's lucky. But right now, this is referring to America, okay? Which, because and America is going to be completely destroyed. Okay, it's going to be completely destroyed. And never be inhabited ever again. Right? What I really wanted was verse 10, but we'll read through, right? It's verse 9. For lo, I will command and I'll sift the house of Israel among all nations, right? Because we've got Israelites scattered amongst all nations. This is why all nations have their ninjas, man, right? You might see, for instance, in France, you get a lot of them, like, Moroccan Israelite foreigners or whatever, what have you, and then they're just bloody ninjas them damn selves, man, doing dumb ninja shit, man. Right? Excuse my French, but it gets annoying, right? And you can only imagine how the Most High feels, man. It's like, man, these jakes, man, right? Just like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. So yeah, we have our people scattered all throughout the earth, right? And in these last days, the Most High is going to be, in time of deliverance, right? They shall be sifted from all them nations, right? So, if you're, a brother that looks different to, other brothers, right? The main thing is, do you believe, right? Do you believe in truth and sincerity? And if so, then you're more than likely an Israelite, man. Well, if you believe, in sincerity, then you're an Israelite, man. Right? Because no heathen's gonna get an understanding of these scriptures, right? Let not them demons catch you out. Right? Verse 10 says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake, nor prevent us. So all the sinners of our people are gonna die, man. Right? They gonna die, man. Ain't no rehabilitating some of these jakes, man. As Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are soulless children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. And that's the majority of our people in a nutshell. Right? They can tell you how to scheme and how to do this and how to steal and attack each other like dogs, like animals. Right? But then when to just to read the scriptures, they don't want to do that. Or teach how to take another man's girl, though. They can do that. Right? They'll say, oh no, I ain't got time to get into the scriptures, but we'll spend hours upon hours, scheming on their brother's woman. Okay. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. Okay, so that's why Jake is destroyed, for lack of knowledge. Okay, no lack of knowledge in the Most High, because this is the thing, right? Before coming into this truth, you would have had brothers that were living this life, man, right? That were, all about that, this, right? But guess what? When they came in the truth, they were renewed, right? As we are commanded to do, right? Speak about the renewing of your mind, right? So, also the outward man perish, the inward man is renewed day by day. So when we came into this truth, however, we had knowledge that we are the Israelites, that actually we are a royal people. When we shook off all of those different things that we were doing in the world, right? Once again, you would have had certain brothers that are living this life, and they shook that off, and they don't associate with that life anymore, right? They condemn it out there in the streets, cursing it out. So yeah, man, that's wickedness, killing, fighting your brother, having hate towards your brother, or really, right? That's misguided. The hate should be to our, to eat, man, right? Which is the only way we can fulfill that in this time is just by cursing them out by word of the scriptures, right? And then waiting for the Most High, right? In patience and not losing patience. Okay. So yeah, so hey, that's the key bit of knowledge, man. Once you know you're an Israelite and you understand what that means, you start carrying yourself different. You understand you're related to King David, right? Well, in fact, you just relate. In fact, we have been surnamed, right, by Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. That's what let's find that. Right, so Isaiah 45:4, for Jacob my servant's sake and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Okay, so we have been surnamed by Yahweh himself. Right, we are, related to Yahweh Shai. Right, he is, what do you call it? He's our friend. He's called us our his friend, right? All the great prophets, King David, right? The mighty men, right? That's our family. Okay, you start carrying yourself different. You find out that we are literally gods on earth, right? You carry yourself differently, man, right? That we're gonna be the next rulers of the earth. That we're gonna have everything in abundance. You carry yourself differently. So these jakes that don't have an understanding of this, that's why they're gonna be destroyed. Okay, because they're carnally minded. What does the scripture say? For to be carnally minded is death, right? Because a carnal mind is enmity with the Most High. So Deuteronomy 28:54, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, right, and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave. And depicting every Hollywood film of the hood, right? Guys out there, on the corners and scriptures, and how's it phrased? I think, nah, I ain't going. What was it? I'll try one more. Sluck. Yeah. Yeah, if it's not around here, then, I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know. But, if I'm remembering correctly, scriptures talk about, how Jake, he's standing on these, on these corners, man. And once again, that's just describing who we are. Okay, and then this is one of the reasons why we went through all of these curses, so that they shall be a sign unto us, right, in these last days, of who we really are. Right, this is describing Jake, man, eye evil towards his brother. Okay, man, it's a damn shame. You walk down the road, you see a bunch of Jakes, right? You immediately trying to, evacuate that area, man. You don't want to be around your own brother, because right now he ain't your brother, he's your enemy, man. Right, but in the kingdom, we all gonna be family, and and we all gonna live happily ever after, ever again. Right. I'm gonna end with this Lamentation 2:15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that man called the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? And all these different heathen nations that are round about us look at us, and they look at us, and man, man, is this it? Y'all are the children of Israel, right? And especially when you got Jake doing all of this, right? And then once again, these will be the same guys that will be like, oh, they're racially profiling us. But you, man, are having knife fights in a bloody department store, a high-end department store. But this is why no one wants you around, right? And you know what they're gonna be saying. Everyone that wrote these different articles, everyone that saw it, everyone that's seen it on social media, you know what their first thought was: bloody ninjas. So that was edifying. And yeah, we can't wait for the Most High to put Jake in our right mind, man. And giving us all a bad name, right? Giving all the tribes a bad, because you got ninjas in all the tribes, man, right? You got ninja men and you got ninja women. Given the rest of the tribe a bad name, but hey, it is what it is. These were the curses. We just something we gotta deal with, right? Until the Lord corrects him. Remember, corrects him by way, Scripture says, the same shall know it after death by pain. Right, so all of them, they're gonna suffer. The Lord's gonna put them out of their misery, and yeah, we just have to see him in the kingdom. Right, so those that was edifying. Till next time, shalom.